Good afternoon. My name is Timothy Purse. This is the slideshow for Concepts of Biology by Professor Kimberly Roth, and it was due November 30th, 2021. My slideshow today is the truth about genetically modified organisms. These are the key topics. We're going to go over how are GMOs created, pros and cons of GMO, what is the purpose of genetically engineering crop plants, which food is a supermarket contain GMOs, are foods that contain GMOs safe for human consumption. How are GMOs created? Traditions of the older scientists are taking new plants and transferring the pollen between other plants of similar type. This type of engineering is called cross pollination. Over time, scientists have discovered new ways into fusing these plants together, and it's called recombination DNA technology. What is recombination DNA technology? Recombination DNA technology is using a microorganism like a bacteria that transfers, like bacteria, and transfer that into the DNA of a plant. Why is this concerning? It's the amount of unknown bacterial DNA within the gene, and the scientists do not understand how that will affect the human body. Study shows that the process also causes unintended and unintended mutations in plants' DNA. A great example of unintended mutation of plants would start in the farmyard. While farmers are growing crops, it is possible for genetically engineered plants to contaminate other like plants. This means that a genetically engineered zucchini could contaminate yellow squash, making the yellow squash toxic to consume. Another belief by scientists is genetically engineered plants can pollute the soil that crops need for their nutrition. When it comes to studies on genetically engineered crops, regulations do not mandate any long-term experiments of these plants. Tests are conducted to animals for 60 to 90 days. This is underlying proof that this could be potentially dangerous for humans over time. This is a short video. Hopefully it works. I'm pretty sure it probably won't. But I also left the URL at the bottom, just in case if anybody wanted to check it out.
What is a GMO? Well, it's an organism that's been genetically modified. This means scientists combine the DNA of one or more organisms for some specific genetic feature. Usually this entails engineering parts with toxic bacteria that kill bugs that try to eat the genetically modified plant. Currently, up to 88% of corn grown in the US is genetically modified, 91% of soybeans, and 88% of cotton are GMO crops as well. These raw foods are then widely used in food production processes. Nearly 3 of every 4 processed foods contains at least one GMO ingredient. It's almost impossible to avoid products containing GMOs. Everything from soda and juice to canned tuna, breakfast cereal, even milk. Delicious bacon can be genetically modified. Currently, though, GMO products sit camouflaged on the store shelf. Consumers have no way of knowing if the food they are eating is genetically modified Franken food or not. GMO labeling was, however, legally mandated. Consumers will have the power to choose for themselves. Because after all, you do have the right to know what's in your food.
All right, moving on. Here are some pros and cons. So, some pros are well, genetically engineered plants are not all bad. They are not 100% safe either. Here are a few pros and cons I have listed for better understanding. Some pros are resistance to some pesticides, conditions in the environment, diseases, reduction in crop damage, and might contain more nutritional value. Some cons are conducted only on a short amount of research, may cause unwanted reaction in your body, may cause antibiotic resistance, which is dangerous, and could change how your body responds to unwanted mutation. What is the purpose of genetically engineering crop plants? The most common reason for genetically engineering crop plants is to aid farmers in crop loss and to make crops more affordable. Insects and plant disease would often threaten farmers' sole income. This will be the major issue for not only farmers but for consumers as well. Why, you ask? The reason would be if farmers continue to lose crops and the cost to produce, ship, and sell would skyrocket. Scientists have seen the issue and decided to use GMOs to assist the affordable living. Is it helping the world or is it helping the world? And is it currently okay? Currently, okay, haha. It's, is it helping the world? Currently, we are in a food shortage and there's no way seeing an end. Should all food be GMOs in a crisis to help produce more food? Which foods in your supermarket contain GMOs? So, these are three examples of food that does contain GMOs, so I'm going to pick one. The majority of supermarket products have been modified genetically, which is very interesting to me. Soybeans are 90% genetically modified in a supermarket around the United States. Cotton is a major resource that we use even today. It is no secret that the pandemic caused inflation in the United States. One major crop that is affected is cotton. As we speak today, cotton has reached a 10-year high. This is very interesting because GMOs help produce more products at faster rate as well. How is this possible? Leaving the question, are GMOs making the world better? Yellow squash. This is an all-time favorite for me. Families around the world use this product. Did you know yellow squash has been injected with toxic proteins to repel insects? Are these toxic proteins that they use, is it safe? We may not even know until more in-depth tests are conducted. This is another video uh, showing you how to identify genetically modified food.
Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button below and clicking the bell icon to be notified whenever we publish a new video. Many of us enjoy eating fruit and vegetables year-round. We love ripe bananas, soft sweet peaches, crisp apples, and fresh tomatoes. We often turn to these foods as a healthier alternative without ever considering that they might actually be detrimental to our health. If you are someone who tries to be health conscious about your diet and lifestyle, then you should probably know just how harmful pesticides, growth accelerators, ripening agents, and other chemicals can be for you. Do you even know how common these chemicals are? Take apples, for example. Over 90% of all apples bought in the grocery stores test positive for more than one pesticide. Other fruits such as blueberries or peaches and green leafy vegetables like kale and lettuce are right behind apples on the list. You may think that since fruits and vegetables are now considered bad for us, then you might as well just choose a processed snack food. But the benefits of traditional, healthy options still outweigh the dangers linked to processed foods. In order to avoid all the chemicals, try to always buy organic produce. Do not, however, neglect to wash it because bacteria still lives in organic produce just like any other kind. There are a few telltale signs that will let you know whether or not the food you're buying is organic or chemically enhanced. Organic fruit and vegetables will never be uniform. They will be different shapes, sizes, and colors. Huge produce has most likely been grown using growth accelerators. Watermelons, for example, will have cracks on their sides from where they grew too quickly. If your produce tastes almost bland, chances are chemicals such as fluorochlorphenyron have been used to stimulate the growth and have ended up draining the flavor. Organic produce will also have a much stronger smell since they still contain all of their oils. So when grocery shopping, look out for these signs, especially when it comes to foods like potatoes, peaches, cherry tomatoes, apples, strawberries, snap peas, nectarines, grapes. And always wash, peel, and prepare your produce hygienically in order to benefit from all of their amazing properties. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. For more recipes and tips, subscribe to the channel.
All right. All right, so this particular video I found extremely interesting. Of course, Bill Nye's a science guy, somebody that I watched as a kid. And then So this is a short debate on the time scale for GMO food. Like I said, if you want to look up the full debate, the YouTube URL is right there for anybody that's interested.
I can't resist calling on Bill Nye the Science Guy. I have to say, Bill Nye the Science Guy, your question also has to be as good as everybody else's. So, my question is about time. What is the time scale for each sign? Is it for geologic time? It's at least centuries, not 5 seasons. So that's what everybody, I think, what many people are concerned about. Okay, I'm genetically modified. Thank you. Let's take a talk about.
I mean, from my perspective, the time scale, is something like decades.
What I'm concerned about anything is that GE crops came on the market in 1996. Monsanto and Rob Friendly's very talented molecular biologists, they're on their 5th generation now of genetically engineered corn. None of the GE corns that have been on the market have had a dominant position for more than 5 or 6 years. So we are moving from one generation of GE crops to the next before we've even begun to understand what the impacts of the first ones are. So I would like to have the ability to at least do 2 crop rotation cycles, which might be 6 or 8 years, to see how the farming system has responded. But in that time period, just that time period, the technology has changed. So we never really get a handle on what has happened.
All right. So I found that video to be particularly interesting because, again, as I've been stating this entire time, that nobody really knows what GMOs does to the body over a particular point in time. Uh, it's kind of concerning, but with, like they said, 90% of produce in stores and things like that, how will we know that these things are not causing cancer or anything like that? Like, but moving on. A food that can cause GMOs safe for human consumption. After watching the debate, I will let you decide. My understanding is no one truly knows if they are safe or not because no one has done a test over time. What are your thoughts on this? This is the conclusion of my slideshow. Thank you.